Alright, just got done eating dinner. You can see one of the deliveries of chairs actually came to my house for some reason. I don't know if I entered the address wrong or they got the billing and shipping address confused, but got them in the car, so I'm going to end up riding back into the shop to drop them off, and while I'm in there, I'm probably going to stay... Windshield wipers. I'm probably going to stay for an hour or so and get a little bit done. Alright, so as usual, plans kind of changed. I switched around what I was going to do. I did bring the chairs and stuff in. No big whoop. Got them unloaded. Straightened some things up. Checked on our table. Looks like it's drying okay. Everything's going to be cool. So, I had about 45 minutes. I have about 15 left. And I really have been wanting to throw some paint on this door. So I did it. And this is pretty easily the brightest, boldest color I've ever painted. I like it. It's just odd. It's definitely odd. I don't know what other people are going to think about it. I don't know what you people think about it. Take a look at it. Looks pretty cool. Obviously not quite finished. I need to do the bottom half, but yeah, I can definitely get a feel for how it's going to look. It's going to be different. It's certainly going to stick out, which is what I said I wanted. So yeah, I think it's going to be cool. I don't know. It's probably going to grow on me. It's going to be kind of a quirky feature of this shop, which I think everybody's going to ask about. That's why I think it's like important to put some kind of other signifier to, drive home the reference. But yeah, red door, pretty cool. I'm going to finish it up. All right, well, it's done. It actually only took a minute or two after I turned the camera off. But, yeah, here it is, man. Get the colors in the context of the rest of the colors in here. I think it looks pretty cool. This paint's kind of weird. It goes through this weird cycle of being sort of like almost a tan kind of beige, sort of red burgundy color, and then it gets into like a very, very blood-like dark red, and then as it dries it like gets a little bit clearer and gets to that nice bright Nintendo red. So I think this is a little bit darker than it's going to look when it dries. It's a pretty odd paint, that premium Valspar Reserve, but I'm glad I did it. It's going to be cool. Like I said, it's going to be one of the quirky sort of facets of the shop that you're not going to not notice the giant red door at the back of the room. All right, so I did find something else to put some red on before we go. This, I'll have to explain this to you in a later video. This is our mailbox. Let me set it down, you can see it. This is our mailbox. Right, and it's got a handle on it. I took the handle off to get it ready to paint. I'm going to paint the face of this red. It actually sits on the floor at the front of the shop. Kind of a weird, some of these, like this has an old tin roof. This is like a 100-year-old building. Some really, really quirky things about it. Maybe in the next video I'll explain to you how the mailbox works. It's pretty weird. But I'm going to throw some paint on this. I think this will look cool. And it's just like an isolated thing at the front, this will kind of make it stick out. Again, just be one of those quirky little things. This thing's already quirky, so putting red paint on it, this is like quirktastic. Alright, so we're finished up. Got the mailbox done. I don't know if this is the quirkiest mail slot / box in America, but this is a contender. This is absolutely a contender. I'm looking forward to showing you all how weird this thing is. But here it is, paint on it. Boop, super red. So let's get back here again. You guys can get the greater context of this weird red door. And I got some old school music playing here. This is like old Korn. Not super old. I don't know why I'm grabbing the microphone, but that's it for today. Got to kind of rush home. My wife is home waiting for me to get there to give the kids their baths, so I'm gonna go do that. Overall, it's a good day. I know I got a little rambly earlier, like I tend to. I'm going to try to edit it down so it's not super rambly. But yeah, good day. Chairs came. They came a day early and to the wrong address. But this is. I ordered 12. This is, or I ordered 20. This is 12 of the 20. These are the nice, like, heavy-duty Lifetime chairs is the brand. We'll go over prices. The price I got on those was not amazing, but it wasn't bad either. And they got delivered in 24 hours. So it'd be nice to have the tables I got and some chairs for everybody to sit on tomorrow. Because I think the sooner we get, you know, people used to there being a little bit of a crowd in here, I think the quicker word will spread. So I'll make sure to shoot some video. We actually had, last Thursday, we actually had the first real game that was played in here. Two of my friends played War Machine, but I forgot to take the camera out. I was just kind of burnt out and was working on getting some things done while they were playing. But we had a sheet of the slat wall kind of just like propped up on two of the glass display cases, and they were actually playing, which was pretty cool. But tomorrow will be the first big day of gaming because I'm going to try to get a game in. I need a break. I need to play something. So hopefully we'll have 2 or 3 games being played. I'll pop the camera out, get some footage, let everybody see sort of the christening. I wouldn't be surprised if there's some beer involved tomorrow. I'm probably going to stop and get a 6-pack of something cheap like PBR and drink a few while we're in here. It's not officially open, so all the rules that will normally apply don't apply yet. So I'm here. It's Thursday night. Didn't really shoot any video today. Wasn't much going on. I think you guys have seen enough painting and stuff. Carly was in here. My daughter was in here watching some movies on the TVs and stuff. I got the final coats of paint on the slat wall. So once it dries, it's actually ready to go to have racks and stuff put on it. Second coats of paint on the door and the weirdest mailbox in America. So they're pretty much good to go. I'm gonna let this dry overnight again to let the paint harden a little bit. Got the louver door painted. This thing is a huge pain in the ass to paint. Holy crap. Doors like that, because you have to brush all of the louvers, and they are a pain. Let me tell you what, they are a pain. Beyond that, not a whole lot got done. Some reps from the bank stopped by, and we were discussing point of sale stuff, which I already kind of settled on. We'll talk about that some other time. But they stopped by and were trying to sell me some stuff. I did end up buying an iPad this morning when I dropped my daughter off to preschool. I had 2 hours, so I ran 45 minutes one way to a Best Buy, had them price match Amazon for the iPad that I needed. So I got that ready to go. So the basic skeleton of the POS we're going to be using is essentially ready to go. So I just have to get it set up and get some of the basic items entered. So I just dropped my daughter off at my grandmother's house, who's going to watch her for about 5 hours, I think, today. We're going to do it, folks. We're going to get this painting done. I'm going to get this painting done today. I have to stop at Lowe's first to pick up some furring strips for the other slat wall. But this is the day. This is the day where the walls are finished. I'm doing it. I'm sick of this painting. We're doing it. So let's go. Trip to Lowe's is complete. The car is jammed up full of furring strips for the slat wall. On to the rest of the day. All right. Wood is unloaded, and I am so super serious today that I didn't even record when I first got in. Started painting. Some of this I got done last night, but we were in here. A couple of the guys were in here playing War Machine, and we were drinking. And by the time I actually picked up a paintbrush, I was on like beer number 3. So after about the 10th time of climbing to the top of the ladder, it felt like a really bad idea. So I stopped. Didn't actually get that much done. I did get the end of the wall here, which is something. It was like 30 minutes of painting. But I'm cutting in the top over here, and it's pretty pretty tedious. Gotta say, it's pretty tedious. Also, got some other things today. Internet is scheduled. That will be coming in next Tuesday, which is, unfortunately is the same day they're doing the carpet next week. So as far as I understand, Tuesday they'll be inspecting the outside lines to the building, and then Wednesday they'll be coming back to actually do the install and test the service. So next Wednesday we should have functional internet, which will be a huge quality of life improvement for everybody here. You'll be able to get the point of sale system up and working here. I've been messing with it at home, but it'd be nicer to get it, you know, hooked up to everything here, make sure it works, do some test payments, all that stuff. Also got trash service lined up, which is also a relief. Maybe I'll show you later today. We have a shocking amount of cardboard piled up in the back that's ready to be recycled, and we don't really have a place to... I do have a place to take it. I just don't feel like driving the 20 minutes to the other side of town, so we've been waiting until we get trash service and a dumpster and stuff outside. What else? I feel like I'm missing something else. There's something else I got done. I can't think. But yeah, like the cardboard debris back there is about to increase exponentially when our Hyperkin order comes in, because that's, I don't know if I mentioned it, it's like $4,500 worth of retail. So there's going to be a bit of cardboard there, which we're going to have to just like add to the pile in the back. But yeah, this is a little tedious. I'm going to shoot a very short video here showing you the process, because you're basically like inchworming with the ladder down the wall, doing about 18 inches at a shot before you have to come back down, move the ladder, go back up, come back down, move the ladder, go back up. All right, so I think you get the idea. That was about 10 minutes for about 10 feet. So in the grand scheme of things, it ends up being a little less than that, but 1 minute per foot is probably close. Like I said, it probably ends up in the whole length, it'll end up being less than that, because that part was a little bit trickier. There's a big crack up there. So it's not quite that bad the whole time, but that gives you an idea. It's a lot of ladder work. I spend more time on the ladder than I actually do painting, like actually navigating up and down. But that's what I'm doing. I'm gonna finish this, and then I'm gonna come back, and I have to tape the underline here, the line between the gray and the white. That actually gets taped in 15 foot sections or somewhere about that. And I want to get all this painful stuff done, because then rolling takes a little time, but it's a lot less frustrating and tedious, though it's a little more physically painful because it's hard on the neck and shoulders. But let's get it done. Today's the day. All right, my line's done. I got some food in me. Probably have ketchup in my facial hair. Line's done. All the corners are cut in. I did not get the underside done, but I'm gonna go ahead. I have to take this vent off. I'm gonna go ahead and roll all of this and the front bit, which will leave me with just the undersides of basically all the bulkheads to do. And we're getting closer, and I'm running out of time, so I'm really gotta I'm at a loss for words here. I really gotta do some work, so I'm gonna do it. All right, so I'm in the home stretch, really pressed for time. I gotta run and pick up the kids, but I got everything except the underside done. And I'm going to come back this evening and stay until it's finished. Like I said, today is the day. This is getting done. Trim work, we won't worry about the trim work. We'll do that. We'll do that tomorrow. But all of the dark gray in this room will be done today. So I know some of you thought I should have kept that white, the bulkheads white. I kind of agree, but I had already purchased the paint, so I had like 5 gallons of this dark to use, and I'm not spending any more money on paint. So that's going up there. It's going to be dark. I think it's going to look nice because these big flat surfaces up here are a perfect place to put, you know, some banners and stuff like that. Get some big like Nintendo banners or something to fill that space. Look really cool. You won't even really notice the darkness. It'll just be the backdrop. But I think even as it is being dark, if I don't put anything there, I think this has a cool look. I dig it, but I gotta run, gotta get the kids. We'll be back for more in a bit.